You go to a checkup. How does that lead to more than an $18 million jury verdict? Well, a Bostonian, Sean Stentiford, went to see his doctor, consented to an HIV test, along with the standard blood test for other things. The results came back. Stentiford was told everything looks good. There was just one problem. The doctor never ordered the HIV test. 3 years later, Stentiford learned he had AIDS. And he had actually consented reportedly to the HIV test. And I believe, given the fact that he formally knew this test was part of the panel, that's a big part of it, because when you go get testing, you have to have a conversation with your healthcare provider about exactly what you're testing for, because not all these panels are complete. And if you actually have that conversation and you say, okay, I want HIV, I want hepatitis B, and hepatitis C, and you go through and you assume those are all being tested, and you get your report back and it says you're clean, you're good to go, everything negative. Obviously, everything from the way you practice sex is going to be affected. You could be you could be going to get this test, and you could be doing it because you want to start a monogamous relationship with someone else. Yep. And you come and you tell them, I'm good, everything's clean. The problem is you're not only at risk because it was never sent, but every single individual that you have a relationship with is at risk as well.
And potentially everybody they have a relationship with.
And he, in fact, did have AIDS, and so he missed all of that time of being diagnosed and treated.
Absolutely. And, you know, the thing is, he did consent to the test, and then it was ordered, and then another doctor said he had, quote, no risk of HIV and canceled the test. And so when they say everything was fine, ask questions. When you say everything, what does that mean? And I'm not putting fault on this man at all. Like, I understand why he thought the test was done, but it's a very, very sad situation.
I think getting a formal copy of exactly what labs were ordered and have them, because the beauty of having that, absolutely, because you are the CEO of your own health. Yeah. But what's really great about that, too, is there's nuances. Not everything comes back positive or negative. So when you have a list of all your lab results, and it could include electrolytes, your liver function test, your complete blood counts, you have that before you. And let's just say a couple years later, you go get similar lab values drawn. You yourself will have a history, and you are the CEO. No one cares more about your health or should care more about your health than you. And so sometimes, even by being smart, you can look at your numbers and say, well, wait a minute, this, you know, my red blood cell count was completely normal 4 years ago. Why has it dropped 5 points each of the last 2 times? Wait a minute, there's a red flag there.
And then just with HIV in general, know that more than 1 million people in the United States are living with HIV, and about 1 in 7 of those are not aware that they are infected. So make sure you get tested and know your status.
Unfortunate set of circumstances.